I was like, but that's not the that's not the that's not the office.
Nah, nah. You see that lady right out there?
Yes, I know her.
Yeah, you know that lady right out there?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah,
my homegirl. That's my homegirl. We
yeah.
not close yet because you be withholding. But apart from
Well,
that,
uh, yeah, she's,
'cause you don't be bringing her. You don't be bringing her. You be keeping her in America. You don't be trying to bring her home. So
I really do be trying to bring her home. I really do. But
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she be on it.
Keep the faith.
Keep the faith. Yeah. So, uh, I oh, okay. I'm just making sure. Yeah, she went to go take care of Nico. But yeah, man, she be on the family vacation, boy, and she don't play when it come to family vacation or family time away. Because she likes that certainty. You know what I'm saying? She
Mm-hmm.
likes, to make sure that she is always connected to not only to me, but the family's connected to us. And
Yeah.
so, you know what I'm saying? Faith is old school Latina,
Word up.
very family oriented. She like to keep them close. She don't care if it's in-laws or if it's her parents. She likes to keep them very close.
Mm-hmm.
So, so yeah, yeah, that's where we at, man. We here in beautiful Sarasota, Florida,
Yeah.
and yeah, we getting it in.
I hit that.
Adatta no family aduit.
Yo, this is like the fourth time that we've done this program from that place right there.
Yeah.
Except
So,
you be out
so,
there.
and, yeah, and that's funny because we can honestly say we've been doing years now.
Yeah, we got a long time. We got 100 of the main episode, over the
Mm.
100 of the main episode. We had 100 episodes in total when we were doing marriage moments, but now we got 100 of the main joints.
And bro, it's 52 weeks in a year.
Yeah.
So
So
that means if we got 100 episodes, we've been
more.
doing this at
Mhm.
least 2 years.
Yeah, week in and week out. What's up, y'all?
What up?
You're not playing with it. Mm.
Nope, it's not a joke.
Yo, remember this shirt?
I sure do. When we
Yeah.
went and killed it with Graham in the DMV.
Yeah,
Shouts
man.
shouts out to the DMV, man.
Yeah, big.
Word up.
Yeah. So, thank you for those of you joining for the very first time. We are that's Quest over there, and I'm me. And so, what we're doing is continuing to mix the marriage ain't for suckers and grown and married flow.
Shouts
Because
out to the grown and married peeps, man.
yeah,
Word up.
yeah, man. Because Simone's out of pocket for at least until, well, shoot, now I don't know how long, but she's good. Don't get me wrong, y'all. Y'all see her one day, but I'm just saying in terms of the program, she's out of pocket for at least another month, but it's
Mhm.
gonna be more than that. So yeah. So Quest and I are holding it down, and that's what it is.
Word up.
Yeah. So I guess we can get started on the audio program,
Let's go.
and yeah. So
Let's
hey
go.
Quest, hey Quest.
Yo, yo.
Oop.
What you want? Huh?
So um.
You ready to start?
Mhm.
Quiet on the set.
Huge dip. Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What we talking about today?
What up? What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Quest, and you are tuned in to another edition of the Marriage Ain't for suckers and the grown and married, the grown and betrothed. Podcast. You feel me? Alongside my man, my mellow, my co-host, y'all. My mellow, my man, L. David. Let the people say Harris. Come on, give him a hand. And MC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Class is in session.
And class just got bigger because the two families, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry, Moni Love. We got you like, you know what I'm saying? We holding you down like 4 flats.
Like
we
this?
got grown. Yeah, like this.
See that
Down.
right? See that
Yeah,
right?
I see that. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Down like 4 flats. Shouts out to the grown and married crew. You know what I'm saying? Marriage Ain't for Suckers building is in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
Yeah, D, as you can see, things are a little bit different this week. I am here in Sarasota, Florida.
Beautiful.
I'm inside, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, she was out there, but they're out there in the pool or something. But yeah, we do the family vacation thing every year, like always, because faith don't play when it come to family time. I'm lucky she's in here letting me do this right now.
So
but I know as soon as we better because she don't play. Look at that one out there. You see him?
Nah.
Yo, you ain't see him. He just jumped in.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the smallest one. He'll get out in that pool and he don't stop. But yeah, man. I must admit, I do need to be able to take this time to slow down and to do the podcast. Look, she's looking at me right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she watching. She making sure I'm on task. Look, you see her? Look. You see her out there, D?
Where's she at?
There she go. There she go. Right.
I see her.
There she go.
Boricua.
So yeah, Boricua. You know what I'm saying? Old school Latina.
Yeah.
Viva la Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I'm lucky for her to not give me no trouble in shooting the podcast because she knows we handling BI. So shouts out to Faith, man. But we're here enjoying family, as usual. But nothing ain't gonna stop the podcast though. Praise God.
Stop. Yeah.
Praise God. How things on the J side?
Yeah, life is life with trials, man. You just get through them.
Yep, absolutely.
It's what it is, man.
Yeah, it wouldn't be life if it didn't have any, right?
Right. Yeah. So
Yep.
we working with them, man. Lord bless me. I was on CVM the other night again, bro. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I saw the little video.
Yeah, I mean,
killing
something
them,
wrong with the file, but it was good.
Just tell them stop playing, man, and just go ahead and let you have. You know what I'm saying?
It would be wonderful.
You know what I'm saying? The LDH program.
Great. That would be great. That would be great.
You know
That's how I got into all of this internet stuff, because I have been on all this TV.
I got it too.
All this radio, because I was just tired of being on other people's shows, man. I was just like, bro, I'm done with it. I'm done.
You know what we will call it?
What?
Life is Life with L. David Harris.
Yo, that's how we got Marriage Ain't for Suckers, isn't it? Like we were just talking.
I'm just saying.
Came out.
I'm just saying. Life is life with L. David Harris.
So I'm gonna have to give you a shout. If that happens, I'm gonna have to give you a shout.
Come on. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, on June 4, 2019. Yeah. I mean, June 3rd, 2019. You heard it here first.
Yeah, come on. Tell them stop playing.
Yeah. Well, I hope so. That'd be great. But yeah, until then, I just thank God for the looks.
Yeah, no doubt.
Dig.
No doubt. Well, shoot. Let's dive in deep, man, because I know I gotta go make it happen in a minute. But
yeah, man, you got 20 some minutes left. That's it.
Well, let's rock. Let's give a quick shout out to Breathe University. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you will be successful. There's no secret to tell. There's no formality. Let me tell y'all the honest truth. This a whole thing has been brought together, and he just put the people in place. Shouts out to CJ and all the execs, Josh Hatch, and everybody who runs things from the top on down. But he put a school together called Breathe University, and they're teaching things that they don't normally teach in the university structure,
Mm-hmm.
or unless you go to some place like Harvard or Yale, then they're teaching it, right? And
Okay.
so his main concern is to see people win and to succeed. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's put programs in place for people to win, and guess what? They winning.
Mm.
They winning. And so
When?
if you want to be a part of people who are learning, who are learners, who love to learn, and who love to succeed, and who love to push you to success. Yo, what company puts East Coast accountability calls, West Coast accountability calls? If you live in the Midwest, they got those as well. Getting on early in the morning, having prayer, taking you through and having discussions about how you need to go ahead and walk it out. What did you promise you were going to do for yourself? And then make sure that you do it. Like, for real. There's that and so much more. Live calls, videos, you name it, it's there. For more information, you can do one of two things. Go by breatheuniversity.com, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Mm-hmm.
go by etinspires.com. And if you want to go to a live event like Verified or 1% Club, go /events, and for real, get your ticket, be in the house, and experience something that you have never experienced before. I don't know why when I said that, but when Slick Rick was like, yeah, we're about to witness something you've never witnessed before. It's the
Mm-hmm.
human beatboxer, Doug E. Fresh. Yes, indeed. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, go
Remember
ahead.
the echo? The
Yeah,
echo.
yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So yeah, man. If in all honesty, all jokes aside, if you want to really, you're wondering how to get this thing done and you have no idea, go and check out what they have to offer. And promise you, it'll help you. Yep.
Word. Mm-hmm. Well, this program is brought to you by Audible. Get your 30-day free trial and your free audiobook download at
Mm-hmm.
www.audibletrial.com/marriage. With more than 180,000 titles from which to choose for your
Mm-hmm.
Android, iPhone, your other MP3 players, your Kindles, and everything else that can play it. And you can download your favorite audiobook and let us know what it is. Again, at www.audibletrial.com/marriage. Go get it.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Share. Don't
Yep.
keep it to yourself because
Come
that's,
on.
yeah.
Come on. Share. Yep.
Hmm.
So we talking about today, D.
Yeah. Well, listen, there's sometimes that life gets a little weird
Mm-hmm.
and it gets a little bit uncomfortable
Yep.
in the house, because certainty seems to be out of the window, as we call it, certainty. So
Mm-hmm.
when it's uncertain, how certain is your marriage?
Oh wow.
During times of uncertainty, how certain is your marriage?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's major. Um, because while there are some who have that need for certainty, there are some who have a need for uncertainty and variety. Everything, they like structure, but everything doesn't have to be structured out, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so it's funny you said that, D, because as you know, of late, we've been using the DISC assessment to not only determine the personalities between two people getting together as it relates to coaching, but we've also been using them to find out who they are when the difficult and challenging moments come. What are the characteristics? What do they use to navigate through those difficult times? And as you and I were talking earlier about this whole uncertainty, there are a number of different things. Well, first of all, about the 6 human needs. They're relative to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right?
Yeah, I'm on that.
Um,
I'm on that. Heavy.
come on, come on. And so I believe that the first one is, if I'm not mistaken, certainty, right? The one thereafter is uncertainty / variety, right?
Well, that's
Then
the
you
way
have,
somebody may have kind of, broke it
yes,
down. Mm-hmm.
yes, yes. And then there's the third, which is significance. And then the fourth, which is love / connection. And then the fifth is growth. And the last of them all is contribution. But we want to deal specifically with the certainty and uncertainty, right? Because sometimes when things, especially when you don't know, you're heading into a difficult place, a challenging season where you don't have everything that you need, right? Or everything that you think you need.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes uncertainty can make things very shaky, if you will, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you need certainty. So let's talk a little bit, D, if we can, to the beliefs, how the beliefs serve us, um, the principles that we sometimes lose sight of, and the consequences of losing sight of those principles when our needs are certainty. Now, of course, there are a whole bunch of other areas too, like focus and energy and health. What you tend to avoid when your need is certainty. And then, of course, your strengths, weaknesses, and what you do. All of that stuff is in there. But as it relates to the beliefs of somebody who needs certainty, tell me if this is true or not true. That they need to feel secure, need to feel safe, and need to feel comfortable, not just here, but in the future, right?
Yeah, and on their terms.
And on their terms. That's big, right? And I want you to speak a little bit to that, after we number these others. There's two more. One is avoiding pain and discomfort. That's very important to somebody whose need is certainty. And then lastly, they can't be happy when things are uncertain or when they're uncertain about things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So speak to that real quick. What is the and to it being on their terms?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What is what?
Speak. No, I was saying speak to what. Give me some of the reasons why those things are important to a person whose need is certainty.
Well, if your temperament, like, I know you do disc and there are other models that people use, but in one model, there are persons whose temperament are kind of like earth. Well, unless you live in California or in some place that's a little bit like strange sometimes, it's not strange for California. One of the things that is certain is that ground is going to be up under your feet when you
Yep.
walk. You know what I'm saying? Like you walk, you don't expect. Like there's one thing you don't test. Like you don't test. Is the ground going to be there when I get up out this bed? Like when I come out the house, is the sidewalk still going to be there? Or if you live in the country like I would like, is the bush still going to be there or is it going to be somewhere else, right?
Mm-hmm.
So certainty to a person like this is like the earth. And if the earth quakes
Mm-hmm.
and there's a seismic shift, then that
Uh-oh.
throws the whole psyche off. Like this is not supposed to happen. Like a person like me, because I'm one of them. I'm one of those people. And when you say, and I said on my terms, right? Well, I have a plan for if the earthquakes. Like right now, while we talking, y'all can say what you want. You got earthquake drills and all of that, what you shouldn't do. Men of business. I'm one of those dudes that's gonna die trying. I'm not getting buried in this box right here. Unless I
That's
get
right.
it. I'm doing everything you're not supposed to do to try to get up out of here. Why? Because I need certainty on my own terms. And when I get up out, if and when I get out of this house, whatever happens, happens. But bro man ain't gonna be up under nobody's desk or in a bathtub or in a door jam hoping the house don't come down. That's just not my style. Now, call me what you want,
Yep.
but it's just not my style the way because I need you already took the ground from up under me and
Yep.
it's wiggling and shaking and shifting. You're not going to take my opportunity to at least try from
That's
me
right.
unless you cut my feet off.
That's right.
Right? So, and that's so superimpose that on your everyday life where you think you have things under control and you're adept at it. I'm not talking about people who can't. I'm talking about people because the people who think like that are people who are skillful at actually making things certain. They're
Yep.
the ones with the 401ks.
Yep.
They're the ones with the multiple streams of income, Quest.
Oh yeah.
They're the ones with a car put down in the garage in case the first one mash up. Right? They're the one that says if there's a waiting list at this school, it's cool because I got another school on standby myself.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So that gets tricky when life happens, because life is not always like that, because there are always mitigating factors. There are always
Mm-hmm.
third parties that can really sort of impose on that quote certainty, and the
Yep.
earth starts shaking on you. You're like, what? Whoa, hey, whoa,
Whoa.
where to take?
Whoa.
Where do you get off of this thing?
Whoa.
And
All
that
right.
is very disconcerting.
Of course. Here's the flip side now for someone whose need is uncertainty
Mm-hmm.
slash variety, where our beliefs, because that's me, our
Mm-hmm.
beliefs is that happiness comes from having many different experiences, challenges that exercise our emotional, our intellectual, and our physical range.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we have the belief that our emotional well being requires uncertainty, suspense, and surprise.
Mm-hmm.
And we have the need that comes from excitement and variety.
Mm-hmm.
We don't like the regular routine rigmarole, right? And that's what happens now, D, when you are certain married to uncertainty, or uncertainty married to the need for certainty, right? What happens then?
Well,
As in
it's like,
within the context of life punching you in the mouth.
well, the problem is neither one of you get what you want, right? So if neither one of us get what we want, then that's like lighting a fire and then squeezing kerosene oil on it. Like you just like when you go to the gas station here, everything says no naked flame, right? Because if you light a flame, then it might can spark the fumes of the gasoline as you're putting it in, or the diesel as you're putting it into.
Yes.
And so if you have a naked flame, boom, you could really, and I've seen it, I've seen that thing go bad one time. And so you see through when it's really hot, you can see the thing going like this invisible sort of but slightly visible thing waving in front of you. Yeah, those are called
Yes.
fumes, and that stuff can light, and it's ugly when it does, right? So that's
Ooh.
what happens when the two of you are both, or neither of the two of you are getting what you want. Why? Because there's a competing essence going on in
Mm-hmm.
life and in the household.
Yep.
You not getting the uncertainty, she not getting the certainty, and now you both have a problem. What do you do?
And here's the funny thing about the two of those things. It's not because we can't shift our
Mm-hmm.
feelings or the
Mm-hmm.
way that we're thinking. It's that we move on autopilot, and sometimes we don't know the fullness of the information or the fullness of options that we can use in
Mm-hmm.
order to do that. So let's speak to real quick how the belief served a certain person, right? The person whose need is certainty. Now, as a certain person, the beliefs that you have serve you uh, in a way where you avoid risks and carefully plan for the future. You are careful, very careful, and you know how to take care of yourself. And you do take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you're very predictable in a good
Mm-hmm.
way, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you also know how to be organized. That's the way that the beliefs serve you, right? Now, for the flamingo, or I shouldn't say flamingo. I should say for those of us who first need is uncertainty or variety, the way that the beliefs serve you is that you have many interests, right? Remember, we said we believe that happiness comes from having many different experiences and challenges that exercise your emotional, your physical, and your intellectual range, et cetera, et cetera. Right? So yep. With that, the belief serves you in the sense that you have many different interests. People usually see you as entertaining, dynamic, interesting, fun to be with, life of the party, so on and so on. You can always find new things to do and new adventures. Have many friends from different backgrounds. You're fun-loving, carefree, and usually upbeat, and like to enjoy life to the fullest. But
Mm-hmm.
with that being your belief, on the uncertainty side, right, there's a principle that you lose sight of, and that is in life, or to have balance in life, there are times where priority or stability has to be up front and center in the relationship, right? And then on the certainty side, right? Sometimes you limit your new experiences. You have trouble letting love flow when you're uncertain about things, right?
Mm,
Or when you don't feel secure and comfortable.
right.
You have trouble involving yourself with people for fear that they're going to cause discomfort or challenge or difficulty in some way, shape, or form, right?
Yeah.
And so, what do you do in those instances, D?
Well, it depends. Do I want to grow or I don't want to grow?
Absolutely.
I guess that's the determining factor. I mean, if I
Absolutely.
don't want to grow, then I don't do anything. I just go about my business. And
Because,
whenever the lumps come, I take them, and I take them again and again and again and again and again until they wear me out.
okay, good.
Yeah.
But, and here's the funny thing, when we're talking within the context of marriage or relationship, how long you think you can do those things before you reach a breaking point?
It's not worth rolling the dice. I'll tell you
I'm
that.
just saying, thank you.
I
Thank
wouldn't
you.
know because I don't be
And
trying to take. I don't be trying to figure it out. Like I'm like, nah, no thanks. I'll pass.
yep,
18 years, man. I'm not
yep,
trying to flush that down the tube.
yep. So let's let I mean for real. I mean I guess what I'm trying to do is get to the point where we're encouraging couples that no matter what your need is, it's okay for your need to be your need, but there's an upside to your need and there's a downside to your need. And the downside to your need happens when the situation of a situation of life hits you in the mouth, and who you are and what your need is not conducive to the situation that you're currently in, and now you have to think differently or adapt to navigate through the challenges and difficulties of that situation. In other words, you don't get bent out of shape, especially when it's something you can't control, when you want to be certain about what the future holds for you, but you can't tell the future.
Yeah. So if I was going to be a purist on Maslow, right? The
Yeah.
thing about it is some of these needs are really, I don't want to be disrespectful to my own training.
Yes.
So I don't want to say that they're not needs, but some of them have dire consequences when they're not there,
Oh.
and some of them don't. For
Mm-hmm.
instance, on the bottom of the scale, the biggest one is
Mm-hmm.
physiological needs.
Mm-hmm.
And so physiological needs have to do with this body here. So
Body. Yep.
air, you got water, you got
Water,
start
food.
with air, water, and food, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can say shelter is not a big deal, but that's a physiological need. But let me just go with air, water, and food. Well, if you don't have air, you're gonna die, bruh. If you don't have food for long enough, you're gonna die. Like I've done a 23-day fast, full fast, done that. But that's no food. But there's the other one I mentioned that's called H2O. It's called water. Yeah. So if you don't have water for 3 days, you're pretty much dead. You're pretty much dead. I mean, you might could eke by, but the fourth day, you're definitely dead, bruh. You're dead. You'll feel like you're dead the second day, but you're gonna die the fourth day. It's just a matter
Mm-hmm.
of how, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a need. Like that's one of those needs that's for real. Like it has dire consequences if not. Now you could say emotionally you have dire consequences if that need of love and belonging, friendship, intimacy, sense of connection, and all of that. That's critical stuff. But you're not going to have an immediate death unless you have a mental health. Like if you have a mental illness, then maybe it will result in that. But
Maybe
just
not a physical death.
no, right, exactly. But
Right.
unless you have a mental health issue, then perhaps it could precipitate that. But I'm saying immediate, objectively, no matter who you are, that one about physiological needs. If somebody puts a pillow over your face, bro, it's just a matter of when you die.
Yep. Yep.
You dig? So it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter your perspective. It doesn't matter your temperament. It doesn't matter how you view it. You're gonna die, bruh. Like, cause you can't breathe with a pillow over your face, right? So I'm not trying to minimize my need for certainty, your need for spontaneity,
Mm-hmm.
unscripted, hashtag
Mm-hmm.
unscripted, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're not gonna die. If neither one of us are gonna die, if those are not met.
Matt, yep.
So we got to put all of that kind of stuff into perspective and quit
Absolutely.
playing. Like quit playing, because something is gonna upset that kind of stuff, and every time it's gonna upset that, bro. So what do
And
we
so,
do?
yep, which leads me to ask the question, who are we in our relationships when what we need in terms of what you just talked about doesn't happen, or life happens and it's contradictory to what your need is? Do you get bent out of shape? Do you change your attitude? Do you stop loving? Do you stop caring? Do you stop connecting? Do you stop meeting the needs of your spouse when that stuff happens? What do you do?
Well, if you're immature and selfish, then you keep it status quo. Otherwise, you adapt. You take the physical, because you're already in pain. Like I tell people, are you crying about it? Yeah, well, invest your tears in doing something productive and fruitful, because you're already crying. You're
Get
already
something out of it.
So get something out of it. Like get a paycheck out of this, right? And in this case, that means you need to position yourself to grow, man. Don't just keep coming down that same road. Because really and truly, the more we learn how to adapt in those uncomfortable or disconcerting situations,
Come
it
on.
really and truly, it actually it doesn't change our needs, but the it does adjust the scale at which, or the intensity at which I sense this need, because I'm always going to need what I need, right? But the intense feeling about it, whenever
And
it's not being met,
not only
does
that,
diminish.
my personal belief is that you grow in some way, shape, or form.
Real
I
talk,
believe that you don't go through that stuff just to go through that stuff.
right? Real talk. So, when I go to the gym, I might have needed, when I was up under the 275, I might have needed a break at the second push, and now I don't. I need a break after the sixth push. I need a break. So the constant is I need a break. I
Yep.
need a break. But do I need it at push number 2? Do I need it push number
Push.
8?
Ah.
Do I need it after set number 3, or do I need it after set number 6?
Mm-hmm.
You dig? So the need is constant, but the
Mm-hmm.
details about the need and the perspective on it changes based on
Yep.
whether we choose to grow or we choose not to grow.
Absolutely.
Right? So that's where we at.
Yep. So, in other words, we don't let the needs dictate to us, or the absence of the
Hmm.
needs being met dictate to us what our response is going to be in the relationship. And some might say, well, that's difficult to do. But you
Yeah,
get better and better through every challenge if you come with the idea to grow, or the mindset to be mature about how you're going to handle your need not being met.
real talk. So that's where we are, man. And it's a blessing, quite frankly, just like anything else worth having, it's worth the pain. If it's worth having, then it's worth the pain for it to grow.
Absolutely.
And so it's just a matter of if we assign that value to the
Mm-hmm.
things we need in our relationship with each other. Because it's not about us, really. Like we said a couple weeks ago, it's not about us. So is it worth the relationship, risking destroying the relationship because I'm petty about my needs? Nah. Needs are needs, no doubt. Don't diminish them, don't disrespect them. But let's really put them in perspective, though. You
Yes,
gonna
indeed.
die? You gonna die?
You're
Well, if
gonna lie.
then chill. Like there's some needs that, yeah, if somebody's beating on you and pulling guns and putting it in your face, then yeah, you want to be out of that situation. You
Yep.
need safety. Got it? But apart from, dire stuff like that, just kind of deal with it and find out how we can grow in those
Absolutely.
situations as we deal with that need.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
So look like we're not gonna solve the world's problems today, homeboy. But we
Not
can.
today, homeboy. I don't know if we will, but at least not today.
Yeah. All right, y'all. How
Stay focused.
you have Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes, another one in the bag.
Yes, y'all. Yeah. So listen, I want to thank everybody who's been running with us still, even though I've thrown you off. Marriage Ain't for Suckers people, you're hearing this on Thursday, but the grown and married people are hearing and seeing this on Thursday. You see, so I still wait. I keep the schedule on the audio quest for the Marriage Ain't for Suckers, but
No
everybody
doubt.
else gets everything in video on
Mm-hmm.
today. So
Mm-hmm.
thank God, man. And we do what we have to do. We got to
Oh,
adapt.
no doubt.
I got a need for consistency, but clearly that ain't working for me right now. So we got
Yeah.
to do this. All right.
See, it's all and when things get back to the way that they were, then we revert back to it. Ain't that
Yeah,
how the assessment works? You
ain't
adapt for
that
what you and
something?
adapt, and then when things get back to normal, then you go back to the way things were before. You go back
Right.
to the natural. So yeah, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
thank
man.
all of you. And thanks to the Questament.
Yep.
And keep the faith. If you're watching, holla.
Yep.
To see you.
Holla.
I saw you without you seeing me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right,
Yeah.
man.
All right, y'all. So yeah, we're gonna cut him loose so he can do what he gotta do. All right.
Yes, y'all.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.